Back for another segment of the Coaches Club, and today I'm joined by D3M Head Coach, Rett McGibbon. Happy New Year, how you doing?
Yeah, doing okay, ready for the new year.
You guys starting right back up this weekend, West Virginia. Are you guys back in the groove yet? Just give us a look on how practice has been this week, and just West Virginia, what can you tell us about them?
West Virginia's ranked 10th in the Atlantic, so they're going to be a good team that obviously, I think, the Atlantic's a little bit stronger than the South overall, so I think they're going to be a team that's a real nice challenge for us.
Yep.
They've played GMU, which beat us this year, which probably shouldn't have. But I really think when you look at our team, it's just, are we going to be dedicated to playing defense? If we can outscore teams, we've seen that throughout the whole year, but can we out-defend teams? And if we can buy into that, we're going to be in good shape. We lost a defenseman over a break, so that's going to be a bit of an opportunity for some guys to step up and play well and play better and fill that void. But, I'm excited about what's going on. I think, our goaltending picture cleared up a little bit, not because we made a decision, but Jake Petch, a guy that played a fair bit of hockey for us in the fall, got an opportunity to travel abroad and study overseas, so he took that opportunity. So we've got Derek Guzik and Ruga Lang that are going to lead the way for us here in the next semester. So, we're going to have some more questions that need to be answered, but also in some ways, they've already gotten an answer to it. It's just if these guys are going to perform and buy in.
And you just talk about some of those answers that you guys have gotten. Who are some of those guys that have stepped up and surprised you so far in the first half of the season?
Yeah, it was kind of like we had little spurts here and there. Like just before Christmas break against UVA, Kyle Jasmine had an amazing weekend. He scored 4 goals overall, had some assists too, and he just played extremely well. And Jonathan Clacker and Cade McDaniel were what we expected. They're putting pucks in the back of the net and leading the way offensively. And then, a little guy like Zach Mitchell, he really impressed us in just the fact that he's just gritty. I wasn't expecting as much of him in his first, year of playing college hockey, but he really played well. And then another guy that kind of goes under the radar that is Zach Moore for us. And he kind of realized what his role on the team would be, and that's penalty killing and just being an energy guy, and I think he did a great job.
7 of you guys next games this year are at home.
Yeah.
So does that home ice advantage play a pivotal factor just going forward, or it's just one of those things of whoever comes up to play wins?
I think we've always had a pretty solid home record, so I think that would definitely help us. It's just in the sense that I think we just, more than being on the road or being at home, it's just finding our way. Like, how are we going to play? And I wish we, in some ways, had more games on the road. It's just, we need to find a way to win on the road. Our road record, we have that 1 win against CNU, and other than that, it's, it hasn't been that spectacular. I guess Richmond would beat them as well, but we need to find a way because, regionals are at a neutral site, and you have to win on the road, and you have to figure out how to win there. So we need to do a better job in that area. But yeah, it gives us an opportunity to gain some ground back here in the second semester after we dropped a couple places in the rankings, and hopefully I'd love to be in the top 5 by the end of the year.
And just looking for regionals, nationals, those are far away, but it's kind of close. So
yeah, no, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Are you guys looking towards that, or you're still 1 game at a time, and we'll get to that point when we cross that road?
I think it's, our eyes are on regionals right now. I believe that we will get there, and our goal at the beginning of the year was we wanted to be a top 5 team in the South. And I think what happened to our team is, we're still a young group, as we were top 5 after the first ranking, and then I think we got a little bit complacent. And we also played some tough teams second semester, like Florida Gulf Coast, Central Florida. They're really good hockey programs, and they're veteran teams that have been there year after year. So we're still finding out kind of our identity and how we're going to play. But I think if we have a strong second semester, we've got a good chance of at least being top 6 in the ACHA in the South. And I think if, we'll go to regionals, and we want to win a game at regionals. As a coach, I will feel like this year is a failure if we don't win a game at regionals. We got there last year, and this is the year that we make a step and we compete there. And I believe this group, if we play the way we're built to play and focus in, we can make it to nationals again, kind of on our own doing, instead of getting the auto bid, as I like to call it.
How is the strength of schedule help you guys? How is that going to help get you guys to regionals and get you already battle tested? So
yeah.
What is those games earlier in the year? How does that help you guys for the rest of the season?
I think over the last 2 years, since we've gone to been an independent and no longer in the BRHC, it's kind of the teams in Florida, it's a ranking committee now. So I think the committee sees the fact that we're a team that is legit, and it's not like we just kind of stay up north and play some of these teams that are a bit more unknown. So you go down to Florida, you compete with them, they see that you're a decent program, so it helps in terms of getting votes to be. Next year, strength of schedule will come into play a little bit more because D3 is going to computer ranking, and there is a computer ranking that's out there to look for D3. So we were pretty high after the first ranking, a little bit lower than we are currently after the second one. So next year will be interesting, and I definitely think strength of schedule will help us. And like you said, we are battle tested. Like, we haven't had many easy games this year, so it kind of, there's pros and cons. Cons, you get tired because you're playing physical brand of hockey night in and night out, but the pros is that hopefully when we get to regionals, we will have a really good idea of what it's going to take to win those 2 games and head to nationals.
Well, thanks for your time today.
Yeah,
Good luck this weekend against West Virginia. That's D3 Men's head coach, Rett McGibbon.